In this video, we will talk about 7 powerful actions or career moves that a lot of mid-career professionals don't even consider, or they don't even know that they need to do these things. Let's get started. Number 1 is plan a offsite for yourself. So a lot of companies plan offsites for their delivery teams, for their sales teams. I want you to plan a offsite for yourself, which is one day in every 3 months you go to some location where you don't have access to the internet, no access to laptop. Just go and be with yourself with a notepad and a pen, and then think about these things. 1. What is working well in my career? Number 2, what is not working well in my career? Then think about what should I do more, or what do I want in the next 90 days or 180 days. So these are basically self-reflection questions which will help you plan your next 90 to 180 days. Point number 2, plan a career audit. So run a backward audit of at least 5 to 7 years of what has happened in your career. Look at your career choices, missed chances, skill growth, and any industry shifts or company shifts which you have done. Looking back 5 to 7 years will tell you what exactly went well, what exactly went wrong, and it will be a good self-reflection for you to plan the next set of moves. Point number 3, learn to influence without authority. So study senior leaders and understand how they push ideas. Then practice pitching your ideas to senior leaders. Understand how to handle resistance and how to align stakeholders with your ideas. There are a lot of books and a lot of videos available on this particular topic, and as you grow senior in your career, you will need to understand the art of selling your own ideas or influencing others without having authority. Number 4, create a career log or a career journal, which is a document or a diary where you write down everything that happens in your career. Every success, every failure, every win, every loss. When you log everything in one document, it gives you a lot of clarity with respect to what actions are working for you and what actions are not working for you. It will also give you a lot of learning that you can implement in future. Point number 5, get involved in strategic volunteering. So join alumni groups or join groups in CSR or join tech meetups or project management meetups. This is where you meet a lot of people outside your company and grow your network. This is where you offer help, you improve your relationships, you improve your storytelling skills, you improve your facilitation skills. Next point, run a 360-degree feedback on your performance. So while every company has an appraisal process, I am asking you to do it 360 degrees and in an informal way. So don't wait for the formal appraisal to happen. Identify people in your group who work closely with you and who you think are genuine people. These can be your 5 team members or peers, 2 seniors, or maybe 2 junior people. Reach out to them and ask them for honest feedback on things like, what is that one thing that I should continue to do? What is that one thing you suggest I should stop? Or ask them for any suggestions or ideas on what you can do differently. When you ask your seniors, juniors, as well as your peers, you get a 360-degree feedback on what you need to improve or what is actually working well for you. But the selection of people whom you are going to ask these questions has to be done with a lot of caution. Next point, try to get on an interview panel. If you are not already on an interview panel, try to become a part of it so that you get experience of interviewing candidates who are going to join your company. Initially, you can join as an observer and see how other people conduct interviews. This will give you 2 things. One is you will understand how to conduct interviews. Second is you will understand how great candidates or good candidates perform in interviews, and also how bad candidates perform in interviews. So it is a very good learning experience when you interview other people. And next point, build a proof of value asset. This is not your resume or LinkedIn profile. I'm asking you to build a small, powerful deck for yourself. This deck should include what work you have done, how you have impacted business, or how you have grown business, or how you have grown profitability. The format can be something like problem statement, what actions you took, what metrics improved because of those actions, and what are your learnings for the future. You can use this deck in your internal promotion discussions or in an interview if required. And honestly, very few people use this kind of an approach. So if you do this, you will stand out. You can also use this for networking. And last and very important point, reverse mentorship, which is learn from somebody who is 5 years or 7 years younger to you. Sit with them, understand what they do, understand what skills they have, understand if you are becoming outdated. This makes you understand the next generation, which is actually going to replace you in future. And it also helps you stay relevant. You understand the latest tools which the next set of people are using. And honestly, it prevents mid-career arrogance. To conclude, I want to just say that a lot of people in their mid-career journey feel stuck because they don't do self-reflection, because they don't ask themselves the right questions, and they just keep doing things like transactions one after another. So mid-career is actually a phase where you can reinvent yourself if you do honest self-reflection and understand what is your strength and where is the industry going, and then learn the right set of skills or tools to take your career forward. I hope you resonate with this. Let me know what you think about it in comments, and which of these points you are already implementing or would you like to implement in future. If you like the video, hit the like button and share it in your WhatsApp groups. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll see you in another video soon. Take care and bye for now.